we decided that the best way for us to get together or to be together is for me to come back to Bangkok and file the marriage, which we tried to do when we got married, but very difficult to get an appointment at the U.S. Embassy. Getting an appointment with the embassy is like a meeting with God. Praise the Lord. So this trip we planned around our appointment with the U.S. Embassy. Once I had the appointment, then I booked the flight and came to Bangkok. So, having gone to the U.S. Embassy, well, let's just say it was not a pleasant experience. They basically strip you of everything. You're waiting for a guy to come out with a rubber glove and stick his finger up your butt before you can enter the building. Don't bring anything. Go nude. In fact, well, you can't go nude, but just go in a pair of boxers and flip-flops and bring a legal pad. Because anything electronic is not getting in the building. If it gets in the building, you're going to have to put it into a special bag that they lock in a locker. It's out of hand. It takes it to a whole new level. It's almost like you feel like you're being arrested. Yeah, that's what it's like. You just feel like a piece of crap. When I first get there, I walk up to the front embassy. I hand the guy my piece of paper saying my appointment's at 12:45. It is now about 12 o'clock. The guy tells me, come back at 12:30. So, okay, so we go up the street, get some coffee, sit down. We come back at 12:30. I hand him the piece of paper. He says, go wait in line. I said, I'm sorry, we can't enter the building. No, you see that kiosk area over there? There's like almost like a double lane area with a roof over it, kind of like on the sidewalk in downtown Bangkok. And he tells me to go wait under that online. So I go there, and there's this older couple. They're probably in their mid to late 70s. And we're all standing there thinking, this is just ridiculous. They don't even have a seat or a bench. It's 95 degrees, probably 100 under this thing. And we're just going to have to wait to go inside the building, more than likely till 12:45. 12:45, some guy comes out and asks me, for my appointment. I hand it to him. He says, okay, go up and see the security guard. I walk up to the security guard. The security guard informs me, you can't bring in a calculator, you can't bring in your laptop, you can't bring any cameras, you can't, and you know what? You can't even bring your wife in. Wow. Once you get inside, which is half the battle, there's no one there to really, they just let you through this door and you walk into this courtyard, and there's just a bunch of lines on the floor that there's like a legend that says blue is for this and red is for that and yellow is for this. I think there's 4 colors. Follow the line. And you get to this room, and you're not sure if you're in the right room. You're pretty sure this is what you're there for. It's non-immigration. Well, there's all kinds of parameters, but you guess this one and you hope it's right. And you walk in the room, and there's nobody in the room. There's 4 windows or booths you can walk up to, similar to like a bank. All the blinds are down, so you can't see what's behind it. You're in this room of seats. It looks like something in Department of Motor Vehicles, and there's a little digital sign up there, now serving, with a number. You're looking around for a thing to take a number, and you don't see anything. And I'm the first person in there, so there's nobody in there. I don't know, within 20 seconds, another guy comes in there. He's looking around for a number. I tell him, hey, don't bother. There aren't any number dispensers. Long story short, after about 10 or 15 minutes, the room's packed with 18 people, all went through the same experience, all upset with the whole experience, all wondering why we can't get a number. We're all trying to maintain amongst us who's first, who's second, who's third, who's fourth. And finally, I just get fed up and tired of sitting around. I see a phone on the wall. I pick the phone up. I call it. I dial 0 because that's usually your best bet. And some lady answers the phone. And I'm like, we're in room non-immigration status. there's 4 booths and the windows are closed. There's nobody in here. What do we do? I'm sorry, sir, but they're all out to lunch. I'm like, why would you make appointments to see people? And I'm looking around, namely 18 people, while you all are on lunch. Doesn't seem like a very professional thing to do. Almost like you're just a piece of crap. The fact that you're here makes you an even bigger piece of crap. And we're just going to do whatever we want, and too bad for you, you piece of crap. Anyway, the lady says, well, hang on a second, puts me on hold. Somebody else answers the phone. I tell them, same story, we're in this room and we're all standing here wondering what to do. There's no place to take a number. We're wondering when anybody's going to let us know when we will be served. And all of a sudden, one of the blinds pop open. Right next to where I'm standing, where I have the phone in my hand. I look to my right, I look through the window, and there is no less than 30 people in this room, all staring at me like I'm nuts. I get to the window, the guy says, what are you here for? To get these documents certified by the embassy, which, by the way, the document that I printed off their website, they're no longer using. They are now using a new document, which complicated things because some of the information I had on the old document had to be transferred onto the new document. And yup, I cannot read Thai. So I explained to him I can't fill out my wife's address because I don't know what it says in English. And he won't translate it because they no longer do translations to Thai. Or I guess from Thai to English. So I tell him, how am I supposed to have that information when it's all on my cell phone, my computer, or in my wife's head? And she's not allowed in the building. Oh, well, you can go back outside and go find your wife and get the information and come back inside and fill it out on a form and come back inside and give me the form. So I go back outside, find my wife. Luckily, she didn't disappear. She was standing out front. I was able to get to her. Of course, I had to clear with security, make sure, hey, you guys gonna let me back in? Because all my stuff's in your locker. They let me go outside. I get the information from my wife. She gives me her driver's license with her address on it. Came back through security, back through the metal detectors, slipped past the guy with the rubber glove, back into the room, wait online again, only this time it's, come back to the same window, so it's just the guy in front of me because I get to cut the line, calls me up, and then I had already filled out the rest of the form and signed. Oh, not allowed to sign the form until you're standing in front of the guy. So stand in front of the guy, he says, okay, you can sign the form. So now he's going to certify the passport. He's going to certify no, they don't certify the divorce decree anymore now, right? Luckily, I got it certified from the county I was divorced in, so that was done. But I needed this other form to be certified that says I have a job, this is who I am, I married this woman, and here's her address, and just some basic information, nothing crazy, single page. So they got to certify that. The very form they give you, that you better have the information to fill in. Find the document, says, okay, you're good to go. Gives me this little sticker thing, like 2 little stickers, almost, they look like little fortune cookie wrappers, but laminated. And each one has a price. And I'm looking at it, I don't know, 50, so $100 to certify the very documents that you issue. Like the U.S. passport and this declaration of sorts. Okay, fine, go pay the $100, go over to the cashier, pay the $100, and guess what? They take everything. I mean, I'm sure if I kept asking, they would accept Bitcoin. I guess they've learned that if they want to suck you dry, they need to be versatile. So you pay the bill, $100. You get your stuff. Oh no, you got to go back to the window showing receipt of payment. Then they hand you the certified documents. You're done. Oh no. Oh no, you're not done. They no longer do Thai translation. So now comes the Thai government. Now you have to submit this to the Thai government in translation. So after you have your certified sworn affidavit, your certified passport, you then have to go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Thailand and file that, and you need 2 witnesses that, you know, the marriage is legit, I guess. I have to witness something, but you need 2 of them, and it needs to be here in Bangkok. And they have to be able to speak English and Thai. So that makes things complicated. Anyway, and you have to get all this stuff translated because they don't do that at the U.S. Embassy. So, okay, the embassy does provide you with a list of translators located nearby. So we proceeded to go to the first one on the list, which really was nearby. And it was a very lovely lady. We get in the office and they're going to translate this thing. Okay, then you have to take that Thai translation, all the documents from the embassy, to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where you need the 2 witnesses, which we don't have. Well, we do, but getting both of them there on the same day with all the documents, well, probably not going to happen. Since this is imperative that we get past the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, because once that's done, then you got to take that to the local Ampur, which is like the county, and file it, and then wham, you've got your marriage certificate. Amazing. So the experience I have had with the Thai government has been amazing in comparison to anything to deal with the United States. So it really is no surprise to me why we have such a massive problem with immigration. Millions of people coming into the U.S. illegally. And then here I am trying to get my wife in the U.S. legitimately, and it's probably going to take a year. And why anything would take a year? I mean, you could build a high-rise in a year. You can't get a visa for your wife? That's unacceptable. I love my country, but what I love about my country is everything except what the country does. If the government's involved with anything, it's a mockery. It really is. And we have been fighting for change for a long time through many administrations. And we're all getting sidestepped and muttered with political bickering and nonsense that solves absolutely nothing. It's almost as though it is by design. In fact, it's got to be by design because nothing is changing. We've got decades-old issues. It seems like we just cannot resolve anything. And if our political system is broken, where does that leave us as citizens? Well, broken. So, hoorah to the illegals. I know exactly why you're doing it. It's so broken. It turns people into criminals. And I believe that laws that turn people into criminals, quite frankly, is tyranny. It doesn't matter where your wife is from. We all could agree, I'm sure, that there's enough bad going on in the world, and the best way to solve some of that is to have a healthy community, which is part of having good relationships, and most certainly that starts with your wife. So having said all that, I'm not going to let this nonsense get anywhere near my persona. I'm just not going to do it. And this was all in good fun, just to let people know what they will be up against. And it's all possible, but patience is a virtue. So that's the story, and that's where we're at. And I'm sitting in Bangkok. We're leaving for Chiang Mai tomorrow. Really excited about that. I've been dying to see it. It's just beautiful country up there. We're staying in a condo, so not gonna have to deal with this hotel nonsense. We'll have a kitchen and washer and dryer. It's got a really nice gym, sauna, all the creature comforts, and just like having your own apartment. So looking forward to that. In any event, I think at this point it'd be a great idea to show you some of the beautiful scenery here in Bangkok. I didn't go crazy. We haven't had a whole lot of time.
You see the in screen, you see you?